So tell us a bit about the shoes that you designed for the Surge.
So for the Surge, they're a bit of a more abstract pair. They have the Surge logo on one side, and then on the other side, it just says Surge. I've kind of gone for a more painterly look for them. So there's quite a few brushstrokes in black, gold, and red. And yeah, there's something a little bit different than I normally do. My work's more like precise, I would say. But the abstract look is something that I actually like a little bit more. I started with abstract when I started painting, so yeah.
Okay, yeah. Tell us a bit about how you came to do this kind of work. How did you become a sneaker artist?
So back in 2020, when everyone else was bored, I got a text from a friend who really wanted me to paint a pair of shoes for him. I got the paint that I used for the sneakers the year prior, and he wanted a Gunna themed kind of album cover look.
Gunna, the artist, the hip hop artist, yeah.
And he, I sent him the draft. He okayed it, went for painting it, and I posted the finished product to my personal account. And from there, I had a few other friends message and say that they also wanted shoes done.
Wow.
And so at that point, I just decided to make an account for it, and then I got more and more requests, so I made a business out of it.
It became a thing, yeah. So what's it like painting on sneakers versus painting on a canvas?
Very different. You would think that it's kind of similar, but the sneakers, they have a lot of raised parts.
Yeah.
And like with the swoosh for Air Force Ones, for example, like on this pair, which most of you can't see, but I'll show you. I paint like on the top of the swoosh, like kind of in that little ledge right there.
Yeah.
So it was a learning curve, I guess, because I didn't do that for the first few pairs. Like I was still learning, some of the obstacles, but it's about close to the same, I would say, but just varies.
Yeah, you brought in some examples of your work, and they're both Nike Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
Is that typically the style and silhouette of shoe that you paint on?
Air Force Ones are my most popular, but I've painted on Jordans, Converse, Vans. As long as it has leather and it's canvas works as well.
Wow.
It's a material that I can paint on, but yeah, Air Forces are super popular. They're quite a nice basic shoe.
Yeah, they are a popular shoe, and a lot of people may have seen young people wearing the all-white Air Force Ones.
Yeah.
But I imagine when you look at those, you kind of see them as a canvas as opposed to a pair of shoes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's really interesting. So give us some more examples of the kind of work that you have done.
So I do album covers. I recently did a Smashing Pumpkins pair, which was pretty detailed. They looked super, super cool. Lots of detail on that one. And then
was it the melancholy and infinite sadness? So the star and the girl and that sort of thing. Oh, cool. Yeah. Awesome.
And then I also do florals. Some other popular ones, like anime is super, super popular right now. So, like Chainsaw Man and Hunter x Hunter and all of those ones. And also logos as well. Team logos, like football is pretty popular.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
That's interesting because you're making art on shoes. Do your clients want to wear them or do they want to preserve them?
It depends, I guess. There's kind of a line from when it becomes a custom compared to art, I would say. The color block that you usually see where it's just, straight pink or straight blue is more so when you would wear them. But for some of the super detailed ones, for the melancholy, the Smashing Pumpkins, he's displaying them. So I'm not sure if that client has worn them since, but that's another thing is a lot of people tell me they're not sure if they want to wear the shoes that they have. So.
And I wonder what that's like for you because you essentially have to sort of let it go and you have no control over what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you feel if you saw, something that you spent hours working on covered in mud? What would that
totally
feel like?
So it took a while, I guess, for me to kind of come to terms with that. I have seen a few of my clients in person since I've done their shoes for them, and they show me they either wear them or they don't. But the ones that I have seen worn, it's kind of touches my heart a little bit, I guess, to see that they're wearing them and see that they're beat up and also see that the paint's holding up on them as well, over that time. So
what kind of paint is it? Is it the kind of thing people would paint on a canvas, or is it a special kind of paint?
It's a special kind of paint. So it's a leather paint. It adheres to the shoe. Even though it's leather, it does work on canvas. It flexes with the movement of the shoe. So
Wow.
I've taken an X-Acto knife to the shoe, actually, like where the painted spot is, and I've scratched at it, which was a little scary at first. I thought I was going to scratch the paint off, but it didn't budge at all.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's cool. So then, I mean, what do you think? I don't know how big of a basketball fan you are, but the fact that the Calgary now has this team and it's sort of bringing in all these different sort of areas of sneaker culture and different visual art. I mean, what do you think all of this has given to the city?
It's really quite fascinating. I'm not a huge basketball fan, but I do really admire the sport. I like it more than other sports, to be honest. But for the shoe aspect, like, it's interesting to see how shoes, I guess, are becoming more of self-expression of the person. Like, seeing the people that come to me with their design ideas is pretty fascinating because I can see, what their interests are, like if it's anime, florals, or like team logos like basketball, football, all of that stuff, even like soccer, like football, I guess, in the UK.
For sure. So,
But, yeah.
lots of people will have the chance to see your work at the game at the Dome tonight. But what happens to that pair of shoes after tonight's game?
So that pair will be displayed. I'm not sure where it will be displayed at. I have a feeling they might keep it at Winsport for a while, but I think that every home game, these, I think, are the right words. They will be displayed along with the other sneakers that have been painted for the team.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's really beautiful stuff that you make, Maddie, and I appreciate you joining us to talk about it. Thanks for this.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for having me.